Say that bricks weed takes 5 years. Doggone shame. Look here. We have a prostitution story. A prostitute. Yeah. We have a prostitution related kidnapping story. You've never seen one like this on camera. Here we go.
Surveillance video from the lobby of a Henrietta Microtel on Lehigh Station Road Wednesday shows a woman being ripped from the front desk by her hair and punched while being dragged through the entrance by a woman deputies identify as 27-year-old Shantiana Sims of Rochester. It's at the front doors where the video shows the victim is then picked up off the ground and carried outside by who deputies say is 27-year-old Cordell Brooks of Rochester.
Victim was...
Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Shout out to Dwayne for the $2 cash out. They say a 7-day cleanse. Oh, so the 7-day cleanse is work. Please put in the comment section the brand, the company, or something like that right there. So we can help some people out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? The 7-day cleanse. I kind of like that right there. Did y'all just see? Do y'all know that they is kidnapping a lighter hue sister? Or it could just be a red bone. I don't know. Bag it up. Look at Bud at the counter, though. It's not my problem. Look at Bud at the counter, though.
Surveillance video from the lobby of a Henrietta Microtel on Lehigh
He says, stop. Don't grab her like that.
Station Road Wednesday shows a woman being ripped from the front desk by her hair and punched while being dragged through the entrance by a woman deputies identify as 27-year-old Shantiana Sims of Rochester. It's at the front doors where the video shows the victim is then picked up off the ground and carried outside by who deputies say is 27-year-old Cordell Brooks of Rochester.
Victim was being trafficked or prostituted by the two suspects.
I'm glad that he switched it up. Traffic and or being prostituted. I'm going to tell you why he said it like that in just a second. Shout out to I Make 60 Look Good, Shirley, for the $1 cash out. He say it took Richard 5 years because he kept smoking. He say he's still working on it. He say he's still working on trying to get it up out of his system. Listen, as long as you keep trying, as long as y'all keep trying, don't even worry about it. Shout out to Passion for the $5 cash out, a $5 challenge. Where y'all at? That's what I'm talking about. Y'all got a $5 challenge. Support a play. I appreciate that. Here we go.
MCSO's Major Crimes Unit, along with its tactical team and the Rochester Police Department, searched several different addresses before finding the two suspects and the victim parked in a car on Joseph Avenue and Sullivan Street in the city just hours later.
Who knows what would have happened, but for sure she would have been held there against her will for a longer period of time.
Sims and Brooks now charged with second-degree kidnapping and second-degree assault, both felonies. As for the victim, she was sent to the hospital with what's being described as non-life-threatening injuries.
Our victim's advocate and our victim services people were sent to the hospital and are dealing with her now. I think they've engaged outside services to try and help.
MCSO says they're still investigating the incident to see if any more charges will be filed. Now to
See if any more charges will be filed. But watch it.
Our other top story tonight, a disturbing kidnapping at a Henrietta hotel caught on camera.
I look out the window and I saw that two people were dragging a girl out of the front door and they just threw her into the back seat of the car.
Those two suspects arrested after they were seen on video dragging that victim out of the hotel.
This is the video that you saw. Showing up here.
Good evening to you. I'm Matt Malloy. The victim later rescued in the city of Rochester. 13 Wham's Carla Rogner has more on that investigation tonight. Carla, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Matt. According to the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, the victim was being prostituted by the suspects.
She was being prostituted by the suspects. Shout out to I Make 60 Look Good, Shirley, for the $5 cash out. Challenge accepted. I appreciate that right there.
Video is disturbing, but authorities say it's important to see because it depicts the reality of sex trafficking.
Now, do you see this right here? They're saying that this is important to see. Like I said, when Buddy was running to the officer with the knife and he shot a bomb, and they stopped it, talking about, it's graphic and shit. I said that was important for us to see, but they're not listening to Willie. I don't know what the problem is. Here we go.
It took me a good few minutes to question whether or not if if I was actually dreaming when I saw that.
Shout out to him for minding his own damn business.
Jordan Burkett was sound asleep in his hotel room when he woke up to the sound of a woman screaming.
Shout out to Felicia for the $5 cash app. You say, I like a challenge. Say, here you go, love. I appreciate that right there.
I look out the window and I saw that two people were dragging a girl out of the front door and they just threw her into the back seat of the car.
Concerned, he dialed 911.
Okay.
Security camera from the Microtel Inn shows what Burkett saw. A woman being dragged from the front desk of the hotel and out the front doors by two suspects, now identified as Cordell Brooks and Shantiana Sims, both 27 years old and from Rochester.
Both of them folk 27 from Rochester trying to get that paper, trying to do a little something out here in these streets. They got bills to pay. Shout out to Mr. Gino for the $3 cash app. Say, ask Shirley if we playing naked. Twister again. That's what's up. Shirley, I know you hear him out there. I know you hear him out there.
She kicked the door open. She tried to get out. She was halfway out of the car. The car started speeding off and they pulled her back in.
We put a lot of resources very quickly into trying to find this woman. Like we said, it was obviously a very physical, very violent crime. We certainly didn't know what the outcome of that was going to be if we didn't find her in a timely fashion.
You say the call it press conferences in 15 minutes. Okay, all right, cool. Shout out to Dwayne for the $5 cash app. Say, for my part. That's what I'm talking about. I appreciate the support, y'all. I really, really do. Shout out to David for the $5 cash app. Say, hold on. Say, challenge accepted. I appreciate that right there.
About 9 hours later, around 3 p.m., authorities arrested the two suspects in a traffic stop on Joseph Avenue and Sullivan Street in the city of Rochester. Deputies say the victim was taken to a hospital with injuries.
Oftentimes we talk about prostitution and we say it's a victimless crime, but it really isn't. And this woman was definitely a victim, and ultimately a victim who was in great physical peril due to what was going on. Her life circumstance put her in a place where this is the way she had to survive. So, I mean, this is what sex trafficking is, what abduction is, what kidnapping is. That's that video is.
That's what I want to show y'all. Player must have grew up with like some uncles or around some mechanics or something. Because as what's going on, he see that there's an issue. He see that Hilalala needs some help. He comes in. He got on his what they call wife beaters. He come on in. But what he got in his mouth? He kept the square in his mouth. He never took the square outside his mouth. That's practice.
That's that video.
Look. He kept the square in his mouth. The square never falls. She dragging her by her doggone hair. But listen. They always blame the man. The best people to recruit females is other females. But they always blame the man. Shout out to Dwayne for the $2 cash out. Say she was fighting like we said. Oh, okay. yeah. You talking about Colin? I think you're talking about Colin. Shout out to Calvin for the $10 cash app. I appreciate that right there. See y'all 5 and raise y'all 5. That's what I'm talking about, man.
It's not a victimless crime in any way.
After witnessing the horrifying crime, Burkett was relieved Thursday afternoon to find out the victim was safe.
That matters more than anything to me, knowing that she's okay. Because the way they sped off and the way they put her in the back seat.
The way they sped off, they put her off in the back seat. I thought that they were just in a relationship. Now, that's what I would have said if they would have asked me. You know, it looked like a loving relationship to me, the way that they dragged her and put her inside the car. I thought that they were just in love. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we used to. Shout out to I Make 60 Look Good, Shirley, for the $1 cash app. Say, tell Gino when his back heals from the last time. Gino, you hurt your back? I hope, listen, let your back heal. Let your back heal. Rest your nerves. You better rest your nerves before you have to go to the hospital. Don't go to the hospital.
And investigators say the victim is from out of town and that she came to the area and has been with these two suspects for a few months now. The sheriff's office is continuing to investigate the circumstances.
I was waiting on that. Where did they find that little baby from? Where did she come from?
And investigators say the victim is from out of town and that she came to the area and has been with these two suspects for a few months now. The sheriff's office.
She's been with these suspects for 2 months and now she's trying to get away. Baby, we do not separate from relationships. Somebody need to teach that baby. We need to teach that baby the rules and regulations about relations out here in these streets. Shout out to Delphin for the $5 cash app. Say $5 challenge met. I appreciate that right there. Thank you. Listen, you all be safe out here in these streets and don't be crying when you're getting.
Office is continuing to investigate the circumstances.
Surveillance video from the lobby of a Henrietta Microtel on
He like, stop. She don't want to go. Don't pull her like that.
Lehigh Station Road Wednesday shows a woman being ripped from the front desk by her hair and punched while being dragged through the entrance by a woman deputies identify as 27-year-old Shantiana Sims of Rochester.
Shantiana strong. Y'all be careful, man.